Of course, you're right.
You are right.
Content is not, yes. Content is not only what he gives on a presentation, content is whatever he does during the day. Whatever take homes he drives, the points that he drives, he or she. So that is what is content. And however, when he does it, that's the caliber of a trainer. Okay? And my team is going to be presenting on that. And we have Sujata with us, and Geeta, Sandeep, Babita over here, and me, Shweta. And yeah, that is a little bit of introduction about what's in store for you. Thank you.
Asif ka dialogue.
Okay, we are going to, we have taken a topic called team building, and we begin with the group by explaining them, or rather asking questions. What is the difference between a group and a team? So how would we go about doing this thing? We would take a chart paper, and we would ask the audience, what is the basic difference between a group and a team? And we would expect some, of course, participation. The entire idea is to get the team to participate and not the trainer to give a lecture. Like what someone says, TTT, trainers talking time. We would expect the participant to participate, and then we would suppose have a difference between a group and a team. And we'll understand it at what level the entire team or the entire group is. And after, of course, we have some differences between a group and a team, and then we come to a conclusion. And then we arrive at a topic of what is a team and how do we go about team building. Okay. Next person, yes, Jana.
Yeah. All right. A few additions to whatever my colleagues have spoken before. The topic team building has been chosen, understanding that the audience is a first timer to the team building. So it's going to be a very basic team building content that we have developed. Secondly, after making them understand the difference between a group and a team, what we will do is we proceed with giving them an activity. Now, what is this activity? Activity is basically we will be giving them newspapers after forming them into groups. We will be giving them newspapers and giving them a time limit of maybe 7 to 8 minutes, wherein we ask them to select one participant or select a group member and dress him up as a Miss India. They're performing in a beauty pageant. Resources are very limited. They have only newspapers, and you have to dress the participant with all the ornaments possible, what they might have seen in a pageant, and you have about a time bound of 7 to 10 minutes, depending on what time you have it on hand. Now, this is a crucial part of this particular session. This is where the trainer has to take notes. He will have to go around each and every group and understand and observe who are the actual people who got into it, into the activity, who are the backbenchers, or who are people who are just sitting back and letting others do it. Third thing that they can observe is the person who is taking the initiative, encouraging his team members to participate. Having done that, you have to see whether they are time bound. You have to see all the observations happening behaviorally, and then make your own notations. Then you ask them to come and present, do the catwalk and do the ramp walk, and that's a fun activity. And once they settle down after this activity, you have to ask them about what were their experiences. After asking their experiences, you have an option of either debriefing at that moment or debriefing at the end of the presentation that we have prepared. So PPT is definitely a transition to this activity because this is more of experiential. And this is where PPT would be. Babita, I think you will take them through the PPT.
Thank you, Sujata. So now that most of the topic has been covered, through this activity, this would be our main activity where we are talking about the stages of the team. Now by that time it will be lunch, and post lunch either we debrief or we connect the participants and understand their internalization of the topic, which means we have spoken about how is a group different from a team. We try to understand whether that has been really, have they assimilated the difference between a Chak De Bhaiya, the four different clips from the same movie to tell them that what is visually, how can they relate to the theoretical part of learning, forming, storming, and performing. So now that the same point has been re-established, we go on asking and we go on with a discussion with the participants, an interactive session, wherein in their workplace, how would they place all these forming, storming, learning, and performing, and then relate it to the activity that they have done. So what we are doing, we are sequencing the activities, we are making them recap what they have done. And then we talk about how detachment from the team is very important at the last stage, which is called journey, where your team, you perform, but you should not be too comfortable working with only that team. So you have to now move on and take the takeaways from this team building to form the team. And we call it a journey, and we end the day with maybe another activity, which is called appreciation, or maybe you put a white paper on the back and write the takeaways of the lessons. Right? We end it with another energizer, which would also relate to the team building activity and the topic that we have. So our content development, we have used interactive sessions, we have used group discussions, we have used maybe a question answer session, we have used audio visuals, and we have used experiential learning, along with we have summarized with the community. That's about our content development. Thank you.
Feedback about this group. Very important rule when you're giving feedback, it has to be open while receiving and giving feedback. So it's nothing personal against a particular individual. It's for that particular situation. Tomorrow even I'm doing the same activity, I might make mistakes. So it could be anybody. So rather than focusing on who is doing it and who is saying it, let's focus on the situation and what will.
And also we would learn where we have committed the mistake.
Absolutely. Everybody would learn.
Right. So, some areas of improvement is.
Yeah, yes.
Right. So, when you started with the entire presentation, I felt there would be a lot of takeaway for me to, how to develop a content. Okay. After she finished her part, the entire scenario, it went very dry for me. It was seeming as if you are concentrating on how to conduct a team building activity completely, one day session, rather than what are the key critical important things that you need to concentrate while developing a content. The things that you summarize at the end, we used interaction, we used role play, audio visual and all. That should have been explained in depth, and what proportion it should be used, when it should be used, how it should be used, what are the controls, what are the do's and don'ts during those things. I think that should have been the crux of the entire, activity. So that's my observation.
It's a lot to do with understanding the balance of the different activities and creating a connect. The balance of the activities with the connect with the audience, and the level of understanding that a particular audience has. Say if it is the audience is absolutely at a beginner level, then what tools you would use and what proportion, versus if it is a senior level audience, then what tools you would require at what proportion. So
Thank you. That's a very
probably,
valuable feedback.
there is where the mistake could be. No, I would like to
That's great. That's great. We used it only content development for the primary audience,
No, one
which
more
I
question
accept
here
very
is,
well.
what exactly is the meaning of the word content? Whether it is content in the manual handout,
Yeah.
or content of your presentation, or content of the module.
Right.
So there, if the clarity can be brought in,
Yes.
then it will, suppose, we highlighted like what test you are going to do,
Right.
then it is both a part of the handout and a part of the delivery.
Absolutely.
So which content exactly you are highlighting, if that can be clear.
There was ambiguity over there.
Yeah.
Yes, I accept that. Thank you very much.
So like you have, you have a Harry Potter book and you have a Harry Potter movie.
Absolutely right.
The script for both will be different.
Exactly.
And it's a completely different scenario altogether.
Yes, point taken. Correct.
So for developing content, the two things that I have learned is that first of all we have to understand why the content has been developed. Is it a manual we are developing,
and why is it also used? When and why is it used? What are your drawings from that particular activity? If you're doing an activity, not just for putting an activity, but
I think that we, it's